Picture yourself leaving the house to catch up with some friends over drinks. How much of that time out do you actually spend thinking about the way you look? I'm going to share with you my number one secret to thinking less about the way you look on a day-to-day to be able to enjoy the present moment. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, as well as the bell so that you get notified every time I post new videos on confidence and self-love. Believe it or not, but I used to be extremely self-conscious. No joke, every single day I would be worried about stepping out of the house, what people would think of my outfit, do I look too awkward? And it really prevented me from being able to live in the present, let alone enjoy it, and just savor the moments that came by in my life. So this is the same thing, the same secret that I've been doing every single day since my self-discovery, self-acceptance journey, and it's worked so well for me, and I'm so convinced it's going to work for you too. So what is it? It's simply to make an effort in the way you show up, the way you look every single day, and then forget about it. And you're probably thinking, there is no way it is that simple, but it kind of is. If you're the kind of person who aspires to be a good friend, able to listen to others, always there for others, notice the needs of others, all of the things that make you this person who's giving, that quality is one of selflessness. But to be a selfless person, it involves a lot of not thinking about yourself. But by being self-conscious and being worried about the way you look, that actually turns your attention from the people around you and then into yourself. So what happens then is you probably end up thinking about yourself a lot more than you want to be. This doesn't mean not loving yourself or valuing yourself, okay? Because loving yourself and having healthy self-love is very important and is the foundation of being able to do this. So when I say not thinking about yourself, in the context of this video, it's basically meaning that you're not consuming your mental, emotional reserves and energy on the way that you look or being self-conscious, so that you can use those reserves to focus on the other things and the other factors, the other people in your life that matter to you. Because when you're able to do that, you'll be able to enjoy the present moment, to be present, as a lot of people like to say. And by doing so, from enjoying moment to moment, circumstance by circumstance, experience to experience, you are actually able to enjoy your life a whole lot more. And when you enjoy your life, what are you? You are a lot happier. It'll give you the freedom to live and love your life. I often say to my students that the only FOMO, or the only fear of missing out you should really have, more than events or parties or concerts or whatever it may be that you have FOMO over, the only FOMO you should have is the fear of missing out on your own life. And the thing that should freak you out the most is getting to the end of your life to only then look back and wish that you just loved yourself a little bit more. You didn't waste all that time, all that energy, all those years consumed in feeling bad about yourself. So if you need permission, not that you do, but if for whatever reason you are feeling like you need permission to let go, I'm giving it to you now. It's permission to stop thinking about yourself, to go and live your life. One of the most common mistakes that I hear and that I get told when I recommend doing this to people is to think that making an effort in the way you look is only for the pretty people. You know what I'm saying? Like those people who are always on trend or seem to know what they're doing with hair and makeup or whatever it may be, like the other people who are not you. I've been told so many times by some of my students or even women I've spoken to in the various workshops I've done that, you know, I found this dress that I absolutely love, but there's no way that I could wear that. They can wear that, other people can wear that, and they can pull it off, but there's no way I can. It's this kind of feeling that you're not part of the crowd here. You're not part of the picture because of your own self-perception that I'm not beautiful. So one of the common pitfalls is to think that this does not apply to you because you don't know how to dress yourself or you don't know what makeup suits you. So if this is you, that is totally okay. making an effort is exactly that. Make an effort. And the skills required, like hair and makeup and style, those things are absolutely learnable, which is what I do with my students. If you're one of those people who's not into hair, makeup, or style, and for whatever reason say, I don't need it, this doesn't apply to me, but then you go out and you feel these feelings of inadequacy, or feeling judged by the way you look, or thinking about the way you look, then you haven't quite escaped how much this thinking about the way you look can consume your reserves, consume your mental, emotional headspace, and your cognitive load. I have a question for you. If you could eliminate those self-conscious thoughts that follow you day in and day out, at social events, at work, on a date, what would that enable you to do? I'd love to hear your responses in the comments below and really see how much this would free you. If you're wondering why or how this works, it's because of these two things. Number one is because by making the effort and carving out that time, prioritizing yourself in the morning, you are telling yourself, I am worthy, I am important, and I am worth this effort that I'm putting in for myself. And you're actually living it out in practice, not just telling yourself that. It's not just an affirmation that you're saying to yourself in the mirror. And imagine the difference it will make to your confidence when you are validating yourself in the morning before you even walk out the door. You're already filling your cup rather than going out and feeling like you need validation externally. By doing this, you are showing up as the best version of yourself every day, and you are one step closer to falling in love with the skin you're in. The second reason why this works is because by making a conscious effort on yourself and on your appearance, you're actually giving yourself an opportunity to eliminate something that could potentially distract you for the rest of the day. So for example, and this is often me in the morning, I will show up in front of the mirror and I notice the darkness under my eyes is a little bit distracting. Now, if this doesn't distract you, no worries, no need to do anything about it, you're all good. But if you're like me and it distracts you, then it gives you an opportunity to do something about it. So for me, I like to put a bit of concealer on. You might want to enhance something else in your face or your hair or whatever it may be, but it gives you that chance. Got that chance to show up a little different that day, to eliminate something that's going to distract you. So by doing this, you're actually creating the space to care for yourself and to care for other people. Because by eliminating the things that could potentially distract you for the rest of the day and consume your energy, you're actually creating more space, more energy, more drive for the things you really want to do, like hobbies, relationships, your passions. You just have more space and energy to go and live your life. If you've done this, you've made an effort for yourself, and then you still get passing thoughts about the way you look in a day, you can always just carry a little touch-up bag or a brush in your bag and just tidy yourself up, and then you're off to go again. And then if you've done that or that's still not it, then honestly, it's an opportunity for you to be able to speak kinder to yourself. So rather than doing nothing and then feeling bad about yourself, wallowing in why do I look this way, then you can actually at least tell yourself, you know what? I've made an effort today and that's all I need to do. And the rest comes down to your journey to self-acceptance. And that is so much more of a head start than if you'd done nothing at all. Now, what does making an effort look like? What if I don't have 30 minutes every day to spend getting ready? Okay, you do not have to be dressed to the nines every single day. The whole point is that you make an effort, and that making an effort could be 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, right? So I used to spend 15 minutes getting ready in the morning pre-kids. Now I have kids and sometimes I get 5 minutes a day and that's all we got. We're going to do what we can with what we've got, right? So there's no right or wrong here, and it really varies from person to person. Now, if you're wondering what's good enough in terms of making an effort, the key word here to remember is effort. That will look different for absolutely everyone, because the rule of thumb I have is to think about what level of effort or getting ready do I need to be on in order to shift my focus and my attention from myself and onto other people and onto what I need to do for the day. So if you think of it like a spectrum from not brushing your hair, not brushing your teeth, to having to get dressed for a formal occasion, where on that spectrum do you believe you need to be in order to make that shift from internal to external? For some people, making that effort will literally be brushing their teeth and brushing their hair. That is totally fine. You've made the effort. For other people, it'll be a neat ponytail, a bit of mascara, brows, concealer, and they're good. For me, I like to straighten my hair. I have a full face of makeup on. I sometimes wear false lashes, and I'm okay with that, despite what anyone may think of me. Number one, because I've accepted the way I look with and without makeup, and I'm genuinely happy in my skin, but I make an active choice to show up in this way because I do believe I'm important in a healthy way, and I want to show up as the best version of myself in order to perform my best at work, to serve other people around me, to do the things that enable me to live my life. But I want to live my life as my best self, and it's almost like this is just my uniform or my personal standard in the way that I like to show up for life. And more than that, I want to make the people around me feel like they're important, that they were important enough for me to dress up for them. I don't want to reserve the I'm getting dressed for formal occasions or meeting, I don't know, the king or anything like that, because to me, everyone is important. So by showing up in this way, it's my way of telling physically and externally to other people that I believe you're important and you are worth making the effort for. And then number two, I know that deep down, the intention isn't to get attention. The intention is to remove the attention from myself and onto other people. And that's it. That's my secret. But having been in a position where I used to hate the way I looked, I know that this is not just a matter of slapping on some makeup, fixing your hair, or wearing nice clothes. I know that there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. If this makes sense to you in theory, but it brings up uncomfortable feelings about the way you look, or maybe you don't know where to start when it comes to hair, makeup, or style, then book a call with me via the link in the description below. Let's have a chat and see whether it's something I could help you with. I know that this will likely be a new concept for you, perhaps a new way of looking at how you show up every day that's incorporating the physical aspects of hair, makeup, and style, but still really being in integrity with yourself and staying authentic and just really putting yourself out there to be able to serve and give yourself to other people at the same time. So if you've got any questions about this or anything in this space, feel free to put them in the comments below. I'd love to answer them for you. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.